Hey guys, Ayo Megami here, and welcome to the first episode of our new series, Morioh's Confidants. In this series of video, we're gonna visit an hypothetical town of Morioh set in the Persona universe, which all of its inhabitants and users became social link/confidant with their respective tarot cards. Let's begin with the protagonist of part 4, our favorite Yankee, Higashikata Josuke. For the tarot card of our protagonist, we're gonna choose the full arcana. In Persona, the full arcana represent the protagonist and his team and the journey they undertake together. The emphasis on the team is an element that we can both find in the Persona series and in Jojo, especially in Diamond is Unbreakable with Josuke's crew and in Persona 4 with the investigation team. In tarot card reading, the fool is considered the protagonist of a story, and all of the other major arcana are considered people or events that the fool end up meeting during his journey. The same journey that all the Persona protagonists do, meeting social links/confidants. The same could be said for Josuke and his gang, and the clashes they have with the countless stand user of Morioh. When faced upright, the tarot card of the Fool has the meaning of beginning, freedom, extravagance, frenziness, confusion, innocence, enthusiasm, creativity, faith, and spontaneity. When it's looking down, the card acquired the meaning of madness, negligence, distraction, inexperience, apathy, vanity, and chaos. Many of these elements were showcased by Josuke during the course of part 4. The beginning element of the Full Arcana symbolizes an upcoming quest or a new adventure, witnessing his journey while fighting the stand user of his town. Josuke does not always show respect to his seniors, talking to them in an informal manner, going against societal norms, and staying true to his delinquent nature. He has a phobia of turtles, but he had tried to touch one in order to conquer his fear. Josuke is known for his distinctive pompadour that many consider to be out of fashion and ridiculous. And like many in his school, he wears a flamboyant school uniform. Regardless of the initial impression one may have of him, it's instantly apparent that Josuke is a caring and kind person. Josuke's compassion is personified in Crazy Diamond and his power to fix both people and things. After his grandfather's death, Josuke vows to protect the city he once defended. As a person, he wasn't afraid to admit his limitation, and he admitted ignorance about manga, video games, and other stuff. He also admires Jotaro a lot, fearing to disappoint him whenever they were on a task together. Josuke's creativity and genius shines through during stand battles, and his mastery of using Crazy Diamond fixing ability. While he does not show faith in the religious sense of the word, Josuke remains faithful to the principle he took after his grandfather's death, trying to safeguard the city from the many malevolent stand users, the arrow, and the chaos it ended up creating, culminating in his manhunt for the serial killer who have been tormenting the quiet life of Morioh for years. Josuke's outgoing and friendly nature allows him to befriend many of the stand users throughout the story. Even as a child, he often used his stand power to heal people, as he always disliked seeing people in pain. However, this also made him think that he was capable of fixing people at the point of saving them from death. This reality of his was shattered soon enough after the death of his grandfather, with Josuke attempting to revive him in vain. From this tragic episode of his life, Josuke learned a valuable lesson, that life in its fragility is very precious, and one's life and the life of his beloved should be defended at all costs. Josuke has the enthusiasm of your everyday teenager, hanging out with his buddies, exploring the many mysteries of his town, and defeating all the stand users that threaten his peace. Josuke was capable of passing from a state of tranquility to absolute rage by just hearing or mishearing insult toward his hairstyle. Despite his humble and gentle nature, he doesn't hold back punches when fighting his enemies, should they be a danger to his friend and family. Like the time he threatened Yukako in order to keep his friend Koichi safe. Despite being a competent fighter, Josuke often shows inexperience, falling for simple tricks, and just being upright dumb in certain cases. He tends to get nervous when a situation does not go according to his plan, biting his lips, as mentioned by Terunosuke. Also, his overconfidence in Crazy Diamond tends to put him in trouble. Nothing gets Josuke madly enraged like when his hairstyle is insulted. When in his state of anger, it's impossible to reason with him. With Josuke himself admitting that his anger does not spare his family and friends. In this state of wrath, Josuke stopped at nothing, destroying everything in his way, trying to reach the poor victim. Rohan, who had the misfortune of living through such incident, was badly beaten, landing him in hospital for a month. His father's negligence and irresponsibility certainly play a role in his growth and his difficulty trusting others. Josuke is proud of his pompadour, going as far as to lash out violently against whoever makes fun of his hairs, which were modeled on those of his mysterious childhood hero. He prefers Design's clothes and does everything he can to keep them clean if the situation allows it. Josuke definitely inherited his trickster and mischievous nature from his father. He's also pretty greedy, to the point of breaking the law many times in order to earn money, using the ability of his friend in order to do so. One additional final meaning that the full tarot card has is that it can also suggest an end of either a bond or a long-held prejudice. In Josuke's case, it will be the acceptance of his father Joseph, after the latter almost sacrificed himself in the attempt of saving Shizuka from drowning. In conclusion, I would also like to compare the personality of Josuke and the other protagonists of Persona. At first glance, the quality that all these four characters possess seems to be their strong sense of justice. One staple of the Persona games is to have the main character move in a new city for 1 year. While this does not apply to Josuke, who actually lives in Morioh, it fits pretty well for Jotaro Kujo, the protagonist of the previous part. While not staying in Morioh as long as 1 year, Jotaro will end up leaving the town once peace was restored, just like any Persona protagonist at the end of their journey. Out of the 3 protagonists of Persona, the one that Josuke has most similarities to is of course Yu Narukami, both protagonists of the 4th part of their respective series. Just like Josuke, Yu Narukami is overall portrayed as an outgoing and caring person, especially toward his friends and Nanako. And just like Josuke, Narukami also draws his strength from the people around him. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and the idea behind it. Next time, we're gonna cover the Magician Arcana. Try to guess down in the comment below which character of part 4 is going to be associated with this tarot card. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Until we meet again, farewell.